Good morning, everyone. What a rough night that was last night, man. I think I seen the worst loss I've experienced in my whole entire life, as far as the Yankees come. I mean, that one hurt more than the 2001 World Series. It's just tough, man, tough. But I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Now that the season's over, what happened happened. There's nothing we could do about it. It's time to move on. So, what now for the New York Yankees? Honestly, I think the first thing on the agenda for the New York Yankees should be how do we keep Juan Soto? Honestly, that should be priority number one. But at the same time, the priority should be figuring out what in the world went wrong. I mean, as a Yankee fan who's been watching this team all year for the past couple years, I wasn't surprised, to be honest, because this is their MO. This is their MO. They play sloppy baseball. The fundamentals are terrible. Excuse me. And it's an organization thing, man. This thing starts from the top and it trickles down all the way through the farm system, all the way through the bottom. I mean, the organization is rotten to the core. Our beloved organization is just it's just not the same Yankees we grew up loving. But with all that being said, in the aftermath of last night's terrible loss, we got to figure out how to keep Juan Soto. And if that means paying him a shit ton of money, that's what House Steinbrenner is going to have to do. Because honestly, he's the reason. I know we say Judge is the reason why we got there, and that's half true. But we never made it there before. And the difference was we had Juan Soto this year. And him and Judge together are just a lethal combo. They're just going to have to cough up the money. Cough up the money. If that means getting rid of some of our beloved Yankees, Anthony Rizzo, sorry, guy. You got to go. Glaber, we might have to let him go too. Verdugo's definitely gone. Clay Holmes, see ya. I mean, where do we even start? This team has been gaslighting its fans for years now with the same old nonsense, the same BS. Boone, it's time for you to go. Enough is enough. Cashman, you gotta go. I know that's highly unlikely, but I'm just putting this onto the universe, hoping that Hal Steinbrenner or somebody with some influence in this organization can get through his brain and tell him that they have to go. Look, we are not going to win with Aaron Boone as a manager and Cashman as a GM. It's not happening. We came close this year. And I don't want to hear all that stuff, people saying, well, give credit to Boone. He got us here. He got us here. No. Honestly, he got here on the backs of our superstars, in my opinion. And he blew it. And look, I understand that he's not playing. He's not the one making the errors. But as a manager, that starts with you. This has been going on for years. There has been no accountability, nobody to hold their feet to the fire. And I understand he's a player's manager, and that means nothing to me, honestly. He's the leader of that clubhouse. And as a leader, man, sometimes you don't have to be everybody's friend. You need to do what you have to do to accomplish the mission. And the mission hasn't been accomplished. Now let's talk about last night. 3 errors in the fifth. It was just a monumental collapse, just a meltdown. They literally melted down right in front of our eyes in the worst time possible. We literally gave the Dodgers the game. And that's not to discredit the Dodgers. They're a great team. But look, the Dodgers did all the little things. The Yankees didn't. And that's been the story of the Yankees for so long. For so long. The little things. Look, that besides the errors, obviously Judge made the error at center. That was just, I don't know. Honestly, he took his eye off the ball to look at the runner. Why is beyond me. Because there's no way this dude's tagging from first to second. But see, the little things like that, right? The little things, that's what make a difference. Kike Hernandez acting like he's getting ready to tag and make a move. Obviously, he's not gonna try to tag and go to second, not on Judge's arm. But just the kind of the decoy of doing it took Judge's eye off the ball for that 1 second. See, that's the little things I'm talking about that the Yankees do not do. Little things like that. The force of error. Mookie Betts hitting that cue ball to Anthony Rizzo. Honestly, it's Rizzo and Garrett Cole's fault. Because they both need to be trying to make a play at first there. You can't just assume the pitcher's going to go over there, even though he's supposed to. And as the pitcher, you can't just assume that the first baseman's going to get in and run into the bag. That's why they run these drills over and over and over in spring training. This is not complicated stuff. That's the thing that gets me. This is little league stuff, man. This is stuff you learn in T-ball. It's not advanced freaking baseball. This is T-ball stuff that when you first join a T-ball team or little league team, this is one of the first things they teach you. Hustle down the line. Run it out no matter what. The Yankees don't do that. You see, that's what the Dodgers do. Look, if Mookie Betts doesn't hustle out the line, if he just, after that cue ball, if he just assumes that it's an out, guess what? It's an out. But he hustled down the line. Never assume it's an out until you're actually out. Just imagine, right? For instance, let's say the roles are reversed. Let's say it's Verdugo at the plate and he hits a cue ball just like that to first base and the pitcher doesn't cover. You think Verdugo's beating that out? Not factoring in the speed of Verdugo versus Betts. No, because Verdugo's not hustling down the line. He's not hustling out the box. And the little things like that, man. The little things like that make a difference. And it just got magnified in this World Series. The baseball gods, I feel like the baseball gods did it on purpose to humble them, to show everybody the freaking, I don't want to say fraud that the New York Yankees are, because they're not. Obviously, they're super talented. But to show the little things like that we lack. The small ball that we lack. And it all played out. It all played out in that series. So I'm sure today the players are probably, if they didn't yesterday, but I'm sure at some point today, maybe tomorrow, they're going to clear out their lockers. And it's going to be tough, honestly, because there's a lot of unanswered questions. And I'm sure, I don't think they pointing fingers at one another in there, but I'm sure it's in the back of their minds. Last night was probably the last time we see Juan Soto in a pinstripe uniform. I mean, look, from the reports are that, Boone said this out his mouth, that after the game, they had a little powwow and some heartfelt messages were shared between each other. And I mean, look, I wish I was a fly in the room, but I'm almost certain that was Judge apologizing to everybody. I mean, like I'm 100% sure that's what it was. And after the game, he took accountability for it. But we got to do better. And to stuff like that, like, I get it. These guys are professionals that get paid millions of dollars, but they're people too, and that's why there is a manager on a team. That's why you have coaches. That's why you have these people in place. Because you can lose sight of the fundamentals, especially when you're making millions of dollars and you're living a rich lifestyle and you have all eyes on you. You can pretty much have anything you want. Egos get involved. You start feeling like you're better than doing the little things, doing the little practices and stuff. I don't think Aaron Boone really harps in on, because look, if it was just 1 year, if it was just this year, I'd be like, hey, you know what? It is what it is. But this has been going on since Boone has been the manager. Joe Girardi, this is why Joe Girardi got fired. Because the players, or certain players, felt like he was too hard. Specifically Gary Sanchez. But Joe Girardi didn't take that crap. If you made a stupid error, stupid mistakes like that, he was gonna let you know that can't happen. And so, honestly, this team needs that. This team really, really needs it. They need a manager to go in there and freaking curse somebody out and just pull somebody out the game when they do something stupid. Sit them down. I don't care if you're a superstar. You make millions of dollars. Do your freaking job. The sad part is he's probably not going anywhere. That's what kills me the most. And you know, the Yankee fan base has been crying about certain things. Man, I feel like they're the ones on the field and everything, and the organization that's running the front office, and they're 2 steps behind. Like even with Clay Holmes, for example, we've been calling for this guy to not be our closer probably 2-3 years now, and they just now freaking figured it out. It just now went through their fucking heads. Excuse my language. That wow, maybe this guy ain't cut out for the job, and we've been screaming this for years. All the errors, those little things that happened last night, we've been saying that all year. And for people that don't watch the team like that, I mean, maybe they haven't done it as monumental as yesterday, but this stuff's been going on for a while, man. And you got to hold the team leaders accountable, honestly. And that's Cashman, that's Boone, that's Aaron Judge. Yes, he's not exempt because as the captain, you're pretty much next in line in that clubhouse. You're the players' leader. And you're supposed to set the example. So the first priority is obviously Juan Soto. Juan Soto is priority number one. The Yankees need to figure out. I don't think they might make small moves here and there, but I don't think they could make any major moves until they figure out where he's going to go. Until he decides where he wants to go, the Yankees are not going to be able to make any major changes or any big moves because so much money and resources is going to have to be tied up to Juan Soto. And that's unfortunate because we might lose out on players just because we're waiting for him. And if you heard his post game interview, honestly, I think he wants to. In my heart, I think he wants to be a Yankee, but he's definitely not saying that. He didn't say, "Man, I would like to be a Yankee. I hope they do right by me." And he didn't say none of that. He said he's not counting any team out. He's not closing no doors on any of the 30 teams. The minute they caught that last ball, the minute Verdugo struck out at the end, the minute the World Series was over, Juan Soto was not on the Yankees currently. That's how I see it. Even though he still got to go through the free agency process and we might get him back. But in my eyes, I'm pretty sure that dude cleared his locker room last night. Probably on a plane to the Dominican Republic right now as we speak. Scott Boris's phone is just ringing right now. I mean, I do this team, man. I just hope they do the right thing. Like I get it, you're gonna miss on some signings, you're gonna miss on some trades. You can't win them. You can't win them all. You can't win them all. But I think it starts with just getting a new manager. At least, if you're not gonna get rid of the GM, let's get somebody else in there. But I don't think they're gonna do that. They're gonna the sacrificial lamb is gonna be probably Luis Rojas or somebody that we don't care, and they're gonna say we make major changes in our managerial process. And no, you didn't. You got rid of somebody who doesn't really matter, to be honest. Let's get to this comment by JJ. If I could pull it up. What's up, JJ, man? I appreciate you joining. Hi, Jason. Doing solo in the morning? Yeah. Doing solo in the morning. Honestly, I didn't sleep very well last night. It's just, I'm so frustrated, but there's nothing I can really do. But emotionally, I'm so invested in this team and have been for the majority of my life. I'm 40 years old. I've been a Yankee fan, die hard, for as long as I can remember. And if anybody who really knows me will tell you that. They will tell you that. And it's just crushing, man. It's just the way we went out. The way we went out is crushing. And it's because it's like when it happened, it's like you saw it happening. And this is the stuff we've been saying for years now. The stupid decisions being made. What's good, Ali? Hey, bro, what's up? As a Yankee fan, I really thought the Yankees had this game. The Yankees were up 5-0. The errors by the Yankees is why the Dodgers beat us. This is really heartbreaking. Man, it's heartbreaking and it's super frustrating, man. Like I wanted to freaking punch something, dude. I wanted to just put a hole in my own wall. Cause it's ridiculous. You're up 5-0. The thing is too that we put cause like we had all that pressure on us. We literally all we had to do was pull off game 5 and all the pressure would have been back in the Dodgers, on the Dodgers back, and the momentum would have swung on the Yankees. Even though we was going to LA, we would have to take both games. But at that point, the Dodgers cannot blow the 3-game lead. And I don't know how we blew it. 5 unanswered runs. 5 unanswered runs. Yeah, Ace Cole is pitching the game of his life. Couldn't do it. It's honestly, it's crazy. Jason, I can't tell you how disappointed I was with Soto and Judge. Soto also failed to come through in a critical situation like the elimination game. I mean, the dude got on base 4 times. Yeah, he didn't get a big home run to tie, but I mean, I'm not mad at Soto at all. He did his job. Judge, honestly, Judge had a great game with the exception of that error. That error blew it, man. Everything he did, he finally came through. Finally. And you could tell he was feeling good about it. As soon as he made that error, he flushed it all down the toilet. Flushed it all down the toilet. It's crazy, man. Just silly stuff, man. That's basic baseball stuff. Hey, how's it going, Willard? Tell me something why a manager sounding like a breakup from a date when I thought Boone Yankees choked worse than Oilers versus Buffalo. Shit, Boone made Yankees and Astros stupid, basically saying. Yeah. Boone's gotta go, man. I don't look at this point, I don't know what as fans what we have to do. I'm literally about to write a letter to my congressman and be like, please, I know you probably can't do nothing about it, but please look into this bullshit. Something, a petition, another fire boom day. Man, we got to march outside of Yankee Stadium with freaking signs, and because this is incredible, man. He's got to go. He just has to. Look, sometimes, man, I'll tell you what. I was in the army for 10 years, right? And you learn a lot about leadership in the military. And I learned a lot, and I made a lot of mistakes too. But you learn that at the end of the day, when you're the leader, everything that happens with your subordinates is a reflection on you. It happens because you let it happen. You're accountable. And he let them down. It's a direct reflection on Aaron Boone. I don't care. I know people are saying, well, he got us to the World Series. No, I'm not giving him credit for getting us to the World Series. I'd rather get that credit. I'll give it to Juan Soto, to be honest. Oh, hey Willard, you know what's even that was I know he let me go back. He says worse than Buffalo versus the Oilers. It's worse than what was it? It's worse than the Atlanta Falcons versus the when Tom Brady. I think he was still with New England, if I'm not mistaken, when they blew that freaking like 40-point lead. Incredible. Up over reality that he sucks as a manager. Honestly, man, look, he sucks. He sucks. Dude, anybody else at your job, right? If you constantly making mistakes, eventually you get let go. Unless your boss is your friend or your family member or something. Eventually you get let go. It's no different. Again, if you just joining us, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm just here venting and trying to figure out what do the Yankees go, trying to predict what they're gonna do. It's gonna be a very interesting offseason. And I tell you what, man, heads gotta roll. Heads gotta roll. Just making it to the World Series is not enough. And even then, I would have not been calling for people's jobs if we would have actually been competitive. We weren't even competitive this series. Crazy. Dodgers should thank Anthony Volpe for helping them win Game 5. Yeah, but he had a great Game 4 too. I mean, he's probably the reason we make it to Game 5. But even then, I mean, look, you can't just blame Anthony. Honestly, there's so much blame to go around. It's not just him. There's so much blame to go around. And that's why I say when you have a situation where there's so much blame to go around, you got to look at who's in charge, and you're getting the blame. It's time for your head to roll, and that's Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman. It's time for them. That's it. Enough is enough. You can't blame the player. I get it. The players are the ones that got to play the game. They got to play the game. But we learned this series that a manager definitely can influence a game, good or bad. We learned that in Game 1. JJ says 3 hours in one inning. That's a record. The shocking thing is it wasn't Gleyber Torres who made those errors. Honestly, that is crazy, right? On, Look, I know we give Gleyber a lot of shit, man, but Gleyber had a decent postseason, and he always does. He always has a decent postseason. He was cooling off though. Those last two games of the World Series, well, not Game 4. He hit a home run, but yesterday he looked like I don't know. I didn't honestly. A lot of them, man. After they blew that lead, it's like the approach at the plate changed. You could tell they went back into panic mode. You can see it. He's swinging at bad pitches again. They just blew it. What's up, Austin? Austin Cruz says Boone and Rojas both have to go. Rojas too many times sending guys when they shouldn't. Why didn't Boone do a mound visit in the fifth inning? Yeah, exactly. Why? You know, I was saying that. What? Where's the mound visit? Where's Matt Blake? I don't know. I think he just didn't want to disturb Cole, but at that point, Cole was basically going on fumes. He needed a break. At least Rizzo had the common sense to kind of go over there and try to slow the game down a little bit for him so he could catch his breath. It's crazy, man. Why didn't Boone do a mound visit in the fifth inning to calm down everyone? Honestly, why wasn't Weaver in the eighth inning? Why wasn't he ready to come in the eighth inning? He started warming up as soon as Canley got in trouble. That's why he was rushing to warm up in the bullpen. And I'm like, dude, he needs to be ready there. Shit, he needs to be ready the seventh inning if you need to. You didn't see what Dave Roberts did? They brung what's his name, training. They brung their guy in like the seventh inning. That dude threw like 40 pitches. They brung him in early because they knew they had to stop them. Once the Yankees took that lead, he had to stop the bleeding if they wanted to come back in that game. Once the Yankees took that was a 6-5 lead, man, unbelievable. The thing is, both of them, Boone and Rojas, come from baseball family, which is more shocking how bad they've been. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. All this stuff when people be like, "Oh, he's a baseball guy," he comes from that means diddly squat, nothing. I don't care. It means nothing. I mean, it's great. Yeah, you got a great family. They have great families. Cool. That doesn't mean you know what the hell you're doing out there. Honestly, that doesn't mean that. That's like saying like Michael Jordan's son. Like I'm gonna hire him to freaking coach the Knicks because he's Michael Jordan's son. That don't mean shit. That don't mean you know anything about basketball. In this case, baseball. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying not to get too excited because like the thing that kills me is that I feel like they're gonna do nothing. They're gonna run it back. They're gonna run it back, bro. Like deep down, I already know they're running it back. Freaking crazy, man. Joe Girardi is with Yes Network, just a phone call away. Either Girardi or Posada should manage the team. My first choice was Alex Cora. I think he is taken. I mean, JJ, the problem is, man, that whoever comes in after Boone, if Boone does get fired, it's gonna be a Cashman yes man, and that's what I'm saying. That would like you gotta get rid of both of them, and then also too the whole culture staff. Because if you get a new manager, they're gonna want to have their own coaches. Man, look, this team to me, I use the word rotten. To me, is rotten to the core, from the farm system up, from single A, from rookie ball all the way up to the big man, Hal Steinbrenner. It's messed up. They need to do a deep dive, gut the whole thing. Literally, there needs to be changes made. But will it happen? Probably not. Where am I here? D Train, what's up? I am still in shock over the fifth inning debacle. Honestly, I couldn't sleep. If you look at my eyes, I didn't sleep, man. Cause I kept just thinking about it, and I mean, honestly, I kind of tortured myself too. I went and turned back after I went live yesterday. I went and turned back the freaking computer and started watching the Dodgers celebrate and the whole ceremony they had on our field. It's such an embarrassment, man. And just looking at the facade on the background, and they there freaking raising up the World Series trophy. It's an embarrassment. And I get it. It's not embarrassment that we lost at home. Yeah, that hurts. But it's the way we did it, man. Like we're the laughing stock of the sports world. We really are. Fifth inning debacle. Debacle, man. That was a fifth inning meltdown. Literally, nuclear meltdown. But thanks for the comment, D Train. JJ says Cashman must make blockbuster trades instead of dumpster diving. Yankees have too many holes to plug. If Soto is too expensive, move on. Dominguez could fill the void. I mean, at that point, yeah, if it gets too crazy, then I guess they'll move on from Soto. But you said Dominguez fills the void, but then we need two outfielders if Soto leaves. I think we got to sign Soto. Honestly, we have to at least try. Honestly, if the price gets too ridiculous, then I guess why not just move on? But we got to at least try. JJ responded, D-Train, we're already planning on game 6 when that happened. Honestly, man, I was just, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, man. Man, that has to be some of the worst baseball. Man, they look like freaking, like the White Sox or some other team. I couldn't believe it. And this was a World Series game. Like, where's your pride to come out and just play like that? It's crazy. It's like 7 years of Boone's reign just all showed up in one series. In one 5-game series, all the stuff for 7 years that we've been crying about, complaining about, and saying they need to fix this, they need to fix that, it all manifested in one series. I mean, there's so many questionable moves and just mishaps on the Yankees' parts in this 5 games. So many. Just insane, man. Honestly, and I don't know how does not freaking, I don't know how he's not screaming off the top of his lungs at everyone after watching that 5th inning. I'd be so freaking pissed, dude. If I was the owner, I'd probably go down to the dugout mid-game and start chewing people out. Can't do that. Not in the World Series. You can't in front of your home crowd. It's going to be interesting to see how the fans react next year. I want to see opening day. How are we going to welcome our New York Yankees on the field? Are we going to welcome them with cheers? Or are we going to give them a loud boo for the the bullshit performance they had in the World Series? I'm sorry, man. This wasn't supposed to be a rant, honestly, but it's hard, man. It's hard. I'm still hungover. I wasn't drinking anything last night, but I'm hungover from just the emotional roller coaster this team put me through last night. J. Rue, the damager. I hope I said that right. I almost called you Ja Rule. But anyway, I'm pissed, bro. I'm pissed, bro. They single-handed this game since game 1. Yeah, mistakes after mistake. I would have been happy if we lost to LA. But at home, come on. On. Honestly, man, look, yeah, we should not. At home, that hurts. But it's just the way we lost, really. If we would have been, we weren't even competitive. Honestly, we weren't even competitive. We shouldn't have even came to the series. We should have just gave them the trophy. Just freaking UPS that shit to them. That's what they should have done. But I agree, man, that game one was so pivotal. Who wouldn't? Game 1. That was the series right there, man. When he brung in Nestor, he blew it. We haven't recovered. We haven't recovered. Yeah, we had a nice little game 4, the Volpe Grand Slam, but come on, bro. We was facing their B team, literally. But we still do. I feel like we hit the bull, even their A pitchers, we hit them well, especially in game 5. But then the errors got us. Man, you just can't win with this team. You can't win. Literally. They'll find a way to fuck it up. They'll just find a way. Why couldn't we get Roki Sasaki from Japan? Why did the Dodgers corner the entire Japanese pitching market? I mean, honestly, nobody got him right now. And he probably won't even make it to the United States this year because he still has one more year over there. And I'm sure that team is going to want to get paid. So if they just hold him for another year, they're going to come across a fat check. So we'll see how that happens. They cornered the market because honestly, LA is just right there. It's easier for Japanese born players. They could fly right home instead of going halfway, literally all the way around the world to get home. It's warmer. I guess. I don't know. I know Yamamoto didn't want to play. And then on top of that, too, I forgot all about Yamamoto. And then after he did us dirty, when we was trying to go after him in free agency, he pretty much used us for leverage to get more money from the Dodgers. This dude comes and shuts us out, man. We didn't do shit versus him. This team was soft, man. This team is soft. With the exception of Giancarlo, even Garrett Cole, man, looked hard out there. Like he looked like a stone cold killer last night. But I don't know if I could say that about Judge. I don't think Judge got that. He's not built like that, man. He looks like it, but he's a gentle giant, man. Honestly, I don't think he's really built like that. When before the series started, they asked Judge about Otani, and he was like, "He's the greatest player in the planet, probably the greatest player ever, and all this stuff." As soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh yeah, you don't got that. You don't got that whatever that is that Michael Jordan had or Kobe had. You know, he don't got that killer in him because Michael Jordan would never say something like that, especially while you playing the dude or Kobe or any great Derek Jeter would never say something like that when he was playing against somebody." Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. Let me not say happy. I could have lived. I could have lived with the fact. I could have lived with the fact losing in LA. I'm happy we're not swept, but that fifth inning, my goodness, man. Honestly, if we would have won Game 5, if let's say the fifth inning never happens, and Garrett Cole literally pitches a shutout, 9 innings or whatever, bro. At that point, the series could go anyway. Because at that point, all the pressure's back on the Dodgers. Because they have to win now. They have to. They cannot blow a 3-game lead. It happened to us. We know they can't blow a 3-game lead, and we had it, man. We had it. Like Boone says, it was right there. It was right there. Crazy. Gregor John, hi. How's it going? I guess yeah, hi. Judge will be a ringless captain, forever hated and booed. Judge will never win a championship in New York. No, I don't say that, man. I think you getting. I'm not there yet, honestly, JJ. I'm not there yet. Look, next year, I mean, like I might. I think when they first come on the field for the first time next year, they might get a boo. But then after that, it's like, all right, it's a new season. Let's go. You got to cheer them on. Boone will forever be hated, though. Boone, forever. That dude is gonna get booed every single time he comes out on that field. He's getting booed. Yeah, I don't even know why he would want to stay as a manager. Because every time that dude can't go around New York really like that and get noticed. 'Cause people gonna be like, "You suck." Yeah, but I'm not there yet, JJ. Man, look, Judge he didn't come through obviously, but I'm not. ready to start booing him or say that he's gonna be hated, forever hated. Look, we said the same thing about Aaron, and eventually he got one in a big way too. So I'm not there yet. Obviously, he still has. I'm not gonna say many more years because he's getting up there in age, but he still got a good chunk of years to play, so he could get it. Hopefully, we win one, man. And you know what's crazy? Like I've always said that we would never win with Boone, right? But I was hoping that I was wrong, especially this year, making it after so long. I was hoping we were wrong. I was hoping that they would prove me wrong. And game one, he proved me right. It's not gonna happen. Gregor John, do you think Soto will be back? Honestly, I hope so, but it all depends on money, to be honest. And that's what scares me, because I'm not sure that Howe's ready to give him a bag like that. Because some other team, most likely the Mets, is gonna offer him. They're gonna run that price up, and I think he wants to come back, but we gotta offer him a good deal. If not, why would he come back? We can't disrespect him with a low ball offer. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. He's not gonna do that, and freaking his agent Scott Boras is definitely not gonna do that. But I honestly, will he come back? I think it's 50-50 at this point. It's 50-50. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But I think that, like I said when I started the stream, that should be priority number one in the offseason, is bringing back Juan Soto. Because I don't care, and I don't care what anybody says, right? We made it to the World Series because of Juan Soto. Yeah, everybody else, especially, and of course, Judge plays a huge part in that, and we made it because of Judge too. But just as much as we made it because of Judge, we made it because of Juan Soto. He was the difference maker on this team this year, to push us over that little edge to get us there. And they just blew it, but it's crazy. I think, if I'm not mistaken, since Boone has been manager, we've gotten swept in 3 postseason series, if I'm not mistaken. And that's just crazy. That's unacceptable to me. Are we? Well, no, we didn't get swept this series. So two postseason series, and then embarrassed in a game 5, and obviously last night. So my mistake. Aaron Boone's catchphrase is all right in front of us. It was right in front of them yesterday, literally right in front of their face. And man, you know what's crazy? Look, they dropped the ball. Aaron Judge literally dropped the ball yesterday. We dropped the ball. This team dropped the ball. This organization dropped the ball. Without Soto, we may not make the playoffs next year. I mean, it depends. Honestly, I'm not saying. Yeah, we didn't make the playoffs last year. My whole fear, dude, is that they just go and run this back. Like, I don't think the Yankee fans. I don't think we're gonna put up with that. That's unacceptable. Not for the Yankees, honestly. And the way we got embarrassed, man, especially the way we lost last night. How you're gonna have to open up that checkbook and really, really just let it go, man. Come on, because it'll be a shame if next year we don't even make it, or make it to the first round and get knocked out or something like that. And Soto's not there, because then they're gonna, especially for Judge. I know Judge wants him back because he takes a lot of pressure off of Judge. If next year Judge fails to carry us back over there, they're gonna say it was Juan Soto all along. Look, you couldn't do it without Juan Soto. You couldn't make it to the dance without Juan Soto. So Judge, I'm telling you, it's gonna hurt Judge a lot. We need some better pitching next year, yeah. But we got so much money tied up into players that just are non-factors. That Carlos Rodon signing was a bad signing. Just overall, and I get it. The fans, us, we wanted them to do that. But the same way they act like they so smart and we don't know what we're talking about, then they supposed to know this stuff. That's their freaking jobs. This dude was not as advertised, but we're stuck with him. So we gotta hope that Matt Blake could fix him. It's been 2 years. He kind of fixed him a little bit this year, but he's still, I don't know. I don't know. The dude's not that. To me, I'm not impressed with him. We're gonna pay DJ next year. We still paying Aaron Hicks. That was a great signing by Cashman. Unbelievable, man. Yeah, but we need pitching though. We do. And then but that's the thing though. We go ahead and we sign Marcus Stroman. We give him what, like 18.5 per year. And he got him on the roster. I didn't even see him at all. I didn't even see him in the dugout. I didn't see him. The whole postseason, I saw him once in the bullpen. He was just standing there with a towel over his shoulder, watching Luke Weaver warm up. So what is going on? And those opportunities, man, I don't know what he did. He pissed somebody off. He must have pissed somebody off that they didn't even put him at all. Oh, man. Who's available in the offseason we can trade for? Honestly, stuff is going to start working, especially now. Give it like a week or two because Major League Baseball, they don't want other teams making any moves because they don't want to take away from all the hype in the media around the World Series and the Dodgers winning. So after they have their parade and everything, after a few days after that, maybe a week or two, you're gonna start hearing things. And honestly, I hear the Mariners are trying to cut payroll, and they got some pitchers there that I'd really like Luis Castillo. Man, we could have had him 2 years ago. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? We could have had him, but we couldn't trade Volpe or Peraza because that was our middle infield for the future. That's the year we ended up getting Frankie Montas instead because we couldn't trade Volpe and Peraza because that's the middle infield for the future. And freaking, I don't even know where Peraza's at. Honestly, I have no idea what that dude's doing. Is he even playing? Trades and signings. I mean, there's some pitchers out there, man. But will they do it? Honestly, what kills me is that if the Yankees are really all in on Juan Soto, then they really can't make any moves, any major moves until they figure out where he's gonna sign. Because you got to put that money, set it to the side, just in case he decides to sign with us. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, to be honest. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, we want the Luis Castillo, not Carlos Rodon. Exactly. Luis Castillo's, man, he's a great pitcher. And he would do great with Matt Blake because I believe he throws a sinker too. Just like I said, freaking some people at the point, the way we handle our prospects and everything, that's a whole nother story, man. A whole nother case, man. We've let so much prospect value go to waste. I'm talking about just straight waste. It's incredible. There's so many, so many. I could go down a long list of prospects that at a certain point they had tremendous value, and we wouldn't trade them, and for whatever reason we just held on till it was too late, and now you just getting rid of them for pennies on the dollar. I mean, at some point, see, my thing is, I feel like this. That's why I said this whole organization gotta. We need to really gut this thing from the scouts. I don't think the scouts are doing a good job. All of that, because there's no reason why whoever scouted out Carlos Rodon and didn't realize that this dude's a head case and it's not gonna work out here. Let's not forget Joey Gallo. Let's not forget Josh Donaldson. It's so many. You could go down the list, man. It's almost mind boggling. But then you look at the Dodgers, right? See, look at all the moves the Dodgers made this year. And that shows you, man, they're freaking operating on a whole nother level than the Yankees are. I'm telling you, man. The Yankees don't have the right people in place in the front office, the farm system, the whole organization. We're a laughing stock. Honestly, we're amateurs now. The Yankee organization, we're amateurs. Who they brought in? Tommy Edman. How that worked out for them? Great. Jack Flattery. What's up, Chris? Man, what's good, bro? I mean, I could just go on and on and on. There's so many moves that this organization made that didn't pan out. Yep. I agree. Rodon is a bust. He is he is not it. He is not a big time pitcher. He's not. But see, my thing is right because I didn't like when they signed him. I didn't know I knew he was good, but man, look, you got to know the ins and outs of these. We're not in there. These organizations, they have scouts, they have people, they talk to people. That industry, everybody knows everybody. They should have known, man. The scouts should have dug this up that this dude's not built for this. He's a head case. And he already had back problems and stuff. His first year with us, he came in overweight. Excuse me, I'm getting excited. My man came in overweight, bro. From the gate, like you come in overweight to spring training like that, bro. Your first time, you just got on the team, but we got bamboozled. He got a check, and we got to pay it. That check is already cashed in. Brian Wood will be wonderful, man. We're gonna find out, man. We're gonna find out. Will they go after like a person like Corbin Burns? We'll see. And I'm gonna pull up. I don't even know who the hell Brian Wood is, to be honest. Sounds familiar though. I'm gonna pull up a list of free agents. Top. All right. But yeah, look, yeah, we got to do something. But like I said, man, nothing's gonna happen until we figure out what Juan Soto's doing. All right, obviously, Juan Soto's the top free agent this year. Top free agent. Corbin Burns is the second top free agent. I'm gonna just go down the list. So Soto's number one. Corbin Burns, Blake Snell. What do you guys think about Blake Snell? Alex Bregman. Honestly, man, I've been thinking about Alex Bregman a lot because if we don't sign Torres, then obviously Jazz Chisholm is gonna move into second, and we're gonna need a third baseman. Hold on, let me get through these. Max Fried will be nice, and he's only 31 years old. I thought he was a little older than that. Anthony Santander. That'd be a nice person to throw in the outfield. I don't think that the Orioles are gonna let him go. Pete Alonso, Willie Adames, Willie Adames, Jack Flattery. Nah, you could pass on that, man. Tanner Scott. Look, we could have had Tanner Scott at the end of the year. Cody Bellinger. I'll pass. I'm good on Cody Bellinger, to be honest. I'm good. Shane Bieber. I don't know about Shane Bieber. He's coming off of Tommy John, I believe. I ain't. Yeah, underwent Tommy John surgery and is expected to be sidelined until. Yeah, he's expected to be sidelined until the middle of 2025. Who's gonna sign that guy? He's got to sign for league minimum. Probably at that point. Christian Walker, not bad. He's 34 years old though. I'm not going for it. Teoscar Hernandez, I think the Dodgers got to bring him back. Michael Walker, Yawan Walker, he looked all right. Kim from San Diego, Carlos Estevez. I mean the list. Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes. I'm good on Clay Holmes. There's so many. There's so many. Kikuchi, Labor Torres, Tyler O'Neill, Sean Mania. Yeah. Yeah, we not. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there, but like I said, man, we gotta priority needs to be Juan Soto, so we gotta put money aside for that. Figure that out. You and Chris make a list of available players in every position that can improve the Yankees. I also sent you a link. Yeah, I got the link. Jones, you and Chris. Yeah, I'll reach out, man. Make a list of. How about I just share a link with y'all, and you can look at. But if you want, maybe I'll do something like that, man. But right now, man, honestly, I after yesterday, man, I just need some time to freaking regroup and figure out what I'm gonna do, man. Cashman should go. Agreed. Chris says, "What's up, bro? What up in the chat?" Aaron Judge pulled the Aaron Hicks yesterday in the fifth inning. I don't know what that was, man. That's just he took his eye off the ball and just in the worst possible time that you can do something like that, he did it. Nothing the Yankees could have done. They ran into MLB fixed. I think you saying that it's fixed. I've been hearing a lot of that lately. Man, I had this guy at work. I work with. I know this is off topic. He believes that everything is fixed. Everything's rigged. Even the NFL. He told me that the receivers they have gloves that are magnets and the ball they know when to activate the ball so that they could catch. I was like, bro, you're doing too much, bro. That's too far down the rabbit hole for me. I don't think it was fixed. I think we just we just shit the bed. To be honest, Baltimore has a great farm system. Yeah, they do. They got Jackson Holiday. I know his when he first came up, he was looking dicey, but the second time they brought him up, he looked a lot better. I think he's gonna be good. He's gonna be around for a long time. So gotta start getting used to him. Yankees could Yankees could won 4 games in a row and still lost the World Series because MLB is rigged. It feels like they won. They won 4 games. They won 2 games and still lost it. It could be, man. But for that to be true, for that conspiracy theory to be true, a lot of people will have to be involved. A lot of people. I feel like something like that would eventually have gone out. Like somebody would have spilled the beans eventually. The truth is, the joke's on you. Spending all that money on predetermined seasons. I mean, hey, I don't agree with you. I don't think that is rigged at all. I do think that sometimes they might try to sway things. They might talk to an empire and be like, "Look, sway it this way, that way." But I don't think it's rigged. I think that's too much because that means every player has to be down with it. And some of these dudes are too competitive. I mean, it could be true. I guess it could be true. But I appreciate your comments, man. Thank you. Carlos Rodon suddenly became Tim Lincoln. Started out great, but became mediocre. Yeah, but the thing is, we never got the great from him. It'd be nice if he started out great with us and then became mediocre, but he got to us mediocre. So just unfortunate, man. He's gonna be around for a while, so guess learn to love him. Gonna be tough next year as the other teams are gonna improve. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the Orioles do. I think the Orioles on the new management, they want to win. So they're gonna push the envelope, man. They're gonna spend some money. I expect them to be just good again. I expect them to be good again. No Bregman, I believe he's on the downhill trajectory. Yeah, I was thinking that too, but Bregman's a big time player, man. And he's been there. That's what we said, right? We want guys with championship pedigree. That dude got a lot of championship pedigree. Got several rings worth. And I think he still has some juice. It depends how much money he wants, though, to be honest, but he's a big time player, man. The umpires are favoring the Dodgers. I don't know, man. I'm from look, yeah, a lot of calls were bad and everything, but I don't like to ever blame the like I tell my son, right? Because he plays little league and sometimes he gets mad because of a bad call. And I tell him, look, you had two strikes. That was just outside. Yeah, it was probably a ball, but you can't leave it up to the umpire at that point. If it is, you got to swing anything close, protect the plate, foul it off, something. Don't be mad at the umpire. Be mad at yourself. You should not even left it up to the umpire. So, true judge is not a postseason dog. He's a regular season merchant. Salute to him for the regular season stats, but I will never get excited over them again. Yeah, it's true, man. It does take away from whatever he does in the regular season. Excuse me. He's gonna have that stigma attached to him. He could come next year and hit 60 home runs, and we're all just gonna look at him like, okay, but what about the postseason? Yeah, until he comes out and hopefully he does it too. Until he has a postseason, like a great postseason, that's it. That's always gonna be attached to him. And us, this generation watching it, we will always remember that. Maybe 50 years from now, they'll look back and be like, "Wow, look at his stats. He was a great player, and he is a great player." But right now, he seems like he's a choke artist, man. To be honest, organized criminals betted billions of dollars for the Dodgers to win. Remember Pete Rose gambled too? So was Shohei Ohtani. I mean, like at that point, man, look, all that is speculation, dude. I try not to speculate. I have my own personal opinions on what I think really happened, with Shohei and stuff. But there's no proof, there's no evidence. It's just speculation, and yeah, that it's just speculation. It really means nothing. Judge is great, just needs to do better in the postseason. Yeah, Gregor, man, like Judge is great. Judge is great. That's why I said like, but still, I feel like even next year, especially next year, because we just coming off this terrible postseason. Next year we're gonna be like every time we'll cheer and stuff, but I'm like, okay, but what are you gonna do now in the postseason? Like it just doesn't mean as much anymore to me, honestly. It's gonna be tough. He's gonna have to. Hopefully, he's gonna win MVP. He should. He probably lose a couple votes after this performance, but he's gonna get that trophy, man, and it's gonna be tough because in the back of his mind, he's gonna know that he's the most valuable player, but he let his team down. His team lost because of him. Otani was definitely gambling through his interpreter. MLB covered it up. Look, I like I said, that's just speculation. That's your opinion. In my opinion, I agree with you. I don't, maybe not to that extent, but I believe that he definitely knew more than what we're led on to believe, and I'll just leave it at that. But that man generates so much money and so much is invested in him. They couldn't let that get out. So the fall guy was Upe, I think his name was the interpreter, and yeah, like, but to say that he was the one bending, I think he knew more though. And I mean, honestly, if he like the story changed so many times, that's for another live, man, because that story too gets real weird and And Louis, but at the end of the day, I'm just speculating. I don't have any inside information on that. I don't, all I know is as much as you guys know for what we hear on TV. But that story changed so many times, and yeah, there's some bullshit behind that thing too. JJ Judge started the season with a huge slump for the first month of the season, and he ended the season with the same slump. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It's true, right? He ended the season with the same slump. Even worse, though, at least, because at least in the first month, he wasn't making errors. I don't know how he. It's crazy because in one game last night, he literally came back, made a great defensive play, diving, jumping on the wall and everything, hit a bomb. It was Aaron Judge's back, and in one fly ball, he went back to being freaking arson judge, just like that, man. It's crazy, man. Freddie Freeman hurt us bad. Without him, the Dodgers would lose. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we hurt ourselves because, yeah, he had with the exception of those first inning home runs, and even those, man, is just bad pitch selection. Like, come on, man, where's the scouting report on this dude? You just saw it for yourself. We kept throwing him the same shit over and over and over. Every first inning, like deja vu again. With bro. Yeah, Freddie Freeman, man. His new name is Freddie Krueger. Freddie Krueger Freeman. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm mentioning some streams, but yeah, I was in the army for about 10 years, man. 10 years, 10 some of the best and worst years of my life. I don't regret it. I'll do it again. Um, yeah, it's an honor serving my country. Honestly, like when I talk to people about that, yeah, it's a long story, man. I've been through some stuff though, but I appreciate the comments, man. Well, we got 9 people here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the channel slowly but surely. I mean, now that we're in the off season, and I was talking with Chris, maybe we could do something every week, but I'm gonna try to expand it to more like all of MLB, not just Yankees, and also do some other stuff, just kind of like just current events, things that's going on in the world. Because I mean, I just don't want to put this channel in a box. So, yep. But yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be interesting. This off season is gonna be so interesting. And then we got that audit that supposedly the audit they did on the organization, the year long audit, because for some reason they couldn't do that shit in 2 months. It's gonna take a whole year. And let's see if they even make that even public. Because I don't even think that's gonna be public. Thanks, D Train, man. Salute to you too. Yeah, man. You don't have to thank me for that. No, like, I ain't do nothing crazy. I ain't no war hero or nothing like that, man. I was just a truck driver, normally. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. What do you think is gonna happen this off season? We in a couple. When are the winter meetings are what, in December or something like that? It's gonna be interesting to see what the Yankees do, man. They got to do something though. They got to do something big. They got to satisfy this fan base, man. But even then, though, what's crazy? I think the only reason they got Soto, because that wasn't really a Cashman move like that. Like they didn't have Cashman's fingerprints all over it. I think that was just higher ups like Hal and Omar and Manaya. They probably was like, "Yo, you have to do it. Just make it happen." But I think the reason why they got Soto was because Yankee fans we grew restless. We didn't make the postseason last year. Remember, season ticket sales was down. As soon as we traded for Soto, season ticket sales went through the roof again. So that's how you hurt these people, man. That's how you make them make changes. Is when they see that bottom line, when it goes down, they trust me, they make some changes. How's a businessman? That's all he cares about. I don't really think he could care. Like he look, even though even though the series only went 5 games, Hal made money. He got all 3 games at the stadium. He made a killing on all 3. He could care less if they went back to Dodger Stadium. Obviously, he would have liked for them to win, but he still came off. He came off. If Soto signs elsewhere, Chris is going to be so heartbroken. Man, Chris is gonna lose his mind if Soto goes somewhere else. Is it the thing is like, look, even when Yamamoto is like when Yamamoto walked, it was like, bro, we offered him a good deal. But if we come out and try to lowball Soto and disrespect him and he walks somewhere and he leaves, then we're gonna be upset. Because we're gonna be like, bro, come on. Yamamoto was different. It was like, bro, we try to get him. We offered him a lot of money, but he wants more than Garrett Cole. And we never even seen this dude pitch in the major leagues. Nah, it's not gonna happen. And honestly, I'm glad we did it. Remember, it's crazy, man. It's been a long year. Remember the Yamasoto? We was going crazy with the Yamasoto. It didn't work out though, but we still got Soto. Freaking Yamahuebo, that's what I call him. Mother effer. Soto move is all How 100%. Yeah, it was How. Honestly, it was How. I don't think Cashman. Look, Cashman's the type of dude. And I was saying this yesterday. Me and Chris was talking about it. Cashman's the type of dude that, like, if you're trying to sell him something, like, he's a penny pincher. You'll be like, look, man, I'm giving you a great deal, bro. Like, here, I'll give you 95% off. He wants that extra percent extra. And I get it, but at a certain point, dude, I think when he does negotiations with other teams, they look at him like, bro, this dude thinks we're stupid or something. And people get offended by that. Like, bro, that it's offended. But you know what? Whatever. Hey, Dodgers. They got the Dodgers right on the other phone, just like Moneyball. It's calling crazy. If it was up to Cashman, Judge would be. Excuse me. If it was up to Cashman, Judge would be a San Francisco Giant right now. Yeah. Yep. That is true. I don't think Judge wanted to walk though, man. Because honestly, look at all the home runs Judge has. If he would have been a Giant, if he would have went to the San Francisco Giants, you could shave that by like at least 25%. So if he has 60 home runs, maybe even 30%, 60 home runs, probably be like 45 at a Giant stadium or whatever it's called. I forgot what the name of the stadium's called. Jason, what you think is the right offer for Soto? Honestly, look, Soto, that's a good question. Soto's getting 14 years regardless. If we don't give him 14 years, if we even say 13 years, he's gonna be like, nah, I'm good, bye. 14 years. It's hard because the Nationals offered him like what 440 million, something like that. I think I gotta get a calculator for this, man. Hold on and do the math. Obviously, he's not getting Otani money unless he defers a lot of money. Otani's contract really in present day value is not even worth 700 million, but that's a whole nother thing because of inflation and all that stuff. So 14, I don't know what you think he should get per year. At 14, at 50 million, let's just start at 50. Yeah, 14 at 50 is 700. 700 million. Let's go 600 million for 14 years. That's 42 million a year. I don't think he's doing that. I mean, the dude's gonna make a shit ton of money. I'm doing some math here. All right, so 650 million divided by 14 years will be 46 and a half roughly. 46 and a half a year. I think that's something the Yankees could do around there. And that really puts a lot of pressure on all the other teams. Obviously, that's not your first offer. You got to negotiate these things. But I think like at that point it can get there. I feel like we can do it. I know we'll see. I think he's worth a lot. to me, honestly, everybody has their own opinion. To me, he's worth it. I mean, but everything. Look, it's I don't know if you guys know who Warren Buffett is, right? Warren Buffett said every company, because he trades in stocks and stuff. He's a famous dude, rich dude. Every company is a good company at the right price. It's the same thing with a player, right? Every player is a good player at the right price. Well, not I guess not every player, but and then every good player is not a good player anymore at a certain price, you know. So I think Soto, even though like I say, give him a blank check and everything, obviously that's not the case, you know. Like there is a limit to what I think he's worth, and I say that limit is probably like 650 million for 14 years. I don't know, but what do you guys think, man? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. What do you think he's worth? What are you willing to give up to keep him here? Is it even worth it? 650 million is a lot of money. 46 at 46.5 million, you could get three really good players at that price. I will make an offer that. Oh, let me show this first. I will make that offer from the jump. Let him know that we're serious about keeping him. Um, yeah, I honestly, I don't even know if I will make the first. I think at that point, right, what I do is, and I'm sure this happens a lot, because look, he's already in the organization. We already know him and everything. I just tell him, look, you know, we love you. We want to keep you. Go out there, go to free agency, see what's out there for you. Before you make any decision, at least give us the Yankees the common courtesy. Let us know to see if we can match it or do better. Just keep it at that. He's going to free agent no matter. He's going to free agency no matter what. So that's why I would say I won't even put an offer out there. I'd be like, go see what's out there. You come back to me with the numbers they throwing at you, and we're gonna try to match it or do better, and then we'll go from there. I think that's how they should play it. That's how they should play it. Because if they go out, even if we offer him 650 million, he's still gonna go out there. And what we just did is like if your first offer is always gonna not gonna be what you're gonna pay, you're gonna pay more. So if we offer him 650 million out the gate, guess what? We're gonna end up paying 700 million for him. So I won't even make it. I'll be like, go find out what's going on out there, and just give us the courtesy. Let us know what the numbers look like. Obviously, he's gonna talk. They're gonna talk to Scott Boras about this. Let us know, and we'll try. We're gonna match it, or we're gonna do better, and then you make a decision. So that's what they got to do. That's how I would play it anyway. But knowing Cashman and them, I don't know. Let's see what. Let's see. But I think that's what you have to do. You can't freaking at that point, man. You're putting your foot in your mouth if you make him an offer right out the gate, 650 million, without even seeing what the market is. We don't know what the market is. Know what I mean? So let him go out there and test the free agency, see what the market's looking like, and we'll go from there. We will go from there. Man, if you haven't already, please like the video or dislike it. I don't, that's cool too. But just it lets me know, gives me feedback on how to improve, what you're liking, what you're not liking, so that way I can try to do better. But I think I've been here for about an hour and 20 minutes. Look, I mean, this is gonna be the topic for a while now. Like, what's next? What now? And I'm sure once I jump off, I'm gonna think about a bunch of stuff. I'm like, man, I should have brought up this. I should have brought up that. The good thing is we have a lot of time from here to spring training to talk about this stuff, and it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see what the Yankees do and how they recover from a loss like this. But besides that, everyone have a blessed day. I hope you enjoy your Halloween. If you celebrate Halloween, if not, just have a blessed day.